Look at that bird. Right there. Perched on the sill. Staring through the glass. It's just a bird, right? Just looking for food. Just bored. Just there. That is what you've been told. That is what you've been conditioned to believe. But I want you to pause for a second. I want you to rewind the tape in your head. Think about the last time you were sitting in your living room, maybe drinking your morning coffee, or washing the dishes, and you looked up. And there it was. Still. Silent. Staring directly at you. Did you wave it off? Did you tap the glass to scare it away? Most of us do. We assume it's a random moment. A coincidence. But what if I told you that when that bird stares at you, it isn't looking at you, it is looking into you? What if I told you that this bird knows something about you that your neighbors don't? That your friends don't? Something that science is only beginning to understand? In the next few minutes, I am going to change the way you see these creatures forever. You are going to realize that the birds in your backyard aren't just wild animals. They are sentinels. They are observers. And they have been keeping a secret from humanity for millions of years. But you are about to crack the code. The only question is, are you ready to know what they are actually watching for? Let's start with the obvious. The glass. We put it in our homes to keep the weather out, to keep us safe, to let the light in. But to a bird, glass is the greatest mystery of the modern world. Have you ever seen a bird fly straight into a window? It's a tragedy, isn't it? We usually think, oh, the poor thing, it didn't see the glass. But that's where our first assumption is completely wrong. It isn't that they don't see the glass. It's that they see us. And they become so focused on us that the glass becomes invisible. Think about that for a moment. You are so interesting to them, so captivating, that they literally forget about the laws of physics just to get a better look at you. They aren't stupid. They are curious. They are trying to figure out the same thing we are trying to figure out about them. They are looking at us and thinking, what is that thing? Why is it always inside that box? Why does it move the way it moves? But it goes deeper than curiosity. You see, a bird's eye is structured differently from ours. They see the world in a way we can't even imagine. They see ultraviolet light. They see the magnetic fields of the earth. They can see the polarization of light, meaning they can see the direction of the sun even when it's hiding behind clouds. Now, you might think, okay, cool, so they have supervision, so what? Well, here is where the mystery begins. If they can see all of that, the magnetism, the UV rays, the subtle shifts in light, then what is it that they see when they look at you? What do you look like through those eyes? The answer is so strange, so surreal, that most scientists were afraid to publish it. When you sit inside your house, and a bird stares at you through the glass, you are not just a person to them. You are a glowing, breathing beacon of chaos. You are a hurricane of emotion. You are a walking generator of energy. And that, right there, is the first secret. The first hidden message. They aren't just looking at you. They are monitoring you. And they are gathering data. But why? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. To understand why they watch, we have to understand who they are talking to. We've all seen it. 100, 1,000 birds all sitting on a power line. One of them takes off, and in a fraction of a second, the entire flock moves with perfect synchronization. How do they do that? For decades, scientists thought it was just simple mimicry. Oh, the one next to them moves, so they move. But we have a problem with that theory. The math doesn't work. When a flock of starlings, a murmuration, swirls in the sky, they move faster than the speed of reaction. There is a time lag that happens in the brain. It takes a fraction of a second for a nerve signal to travel from your eye to your brain to your muscle. If a bird was just reacting to the bird next to it, the flock would be disjointed. It would be a mess. But it isn't a mess. It's a perfect, fluid, flowing river of bodies. This is the evidence of a hidden network. A communication system that doesn't rely on sound or sight. What if they are connected by something we can't measure? What if they are sharing information instantaneously, like a quantum network? This isn't science fiction. Some of the leading neurologists in the world are looking at the collective intelligence of birds and realizing we don't understand consciousness at all. But let's bring it back to your window. If that bird on your sill is part of a network, a hive mind of sorts, then what is it doing standing there, alone, staring at you? Is it a scout? I want you to let that sink in. You are not just looking at a random bird. You are looking at a spy for the sky. A scout that has been sent by the community to observe you. They don't have hands. They don't have cameras. But they have something better. They have eyes that see ultraviolet, and they have a network that can transmit your location, your behavior, and your mood to the entire neighborhood. Why? Because you are a variable in their ecosystem. You are a large predator. A creature of immense power. And they need to know if you are safe. But here is where it gets deeply personal. They aren't just checking if you are dangerous. They are trying to figure out if you are kind. You have heard the stories, haven't you? The stories of crows bringing shiny gifts to the people who feed them. The stories of parrots who remember their owners after 20 years of separation. These aren't just cute stories. These are proof of a capability we rarely give them credit for, facial recognition. And not just recognizing a face like a dog does. No. They recognize the intention in the face. Let's look at a study conducted in Seattle, where researchers wore masks. A Cavalier mask and a Dick Cheney mask. Researchers captured crows. The scientists wearing the dangerous mask were mean. They trapped the crows. This was years ago. Years later, the crows born after the study, crows who were never even alive during the original trapping, they reacted with alarm and aggression when they saw the dangerous mask. They passed the knowledge down. That face is bad, stay away. Now, reverse that. If you are kind to a bird, if you feed it, if you talk to it gently, that bird is going to tell its friends. The next day, you might have 2 birds at your window. A week later, a dozen. They are gossiping about you. They are sharing the data. Here is the emotional shift I want you to feel. When that bird is staring at you, it isn't just looking. It is deciding. It is deciding if you are a part of its world, or a threat to it. It is deciding if you are worthy of its trust. And trust, to a bird, is the most valuable currency in the world. Because a bird's life is hanging by a thread. It is prey to cats, to hawks, to cars, to the weather. When a bird trusts you, it is putting its life in your hands. Do you see what is happening here? The relationship isn't just about you looking at them. It's about them looking at you and making a judgment call. They are the silent judges of the neighborhood. And they have a memory that will outlast yours. Let's get to the heart of it. The big reveal. The thing that is going to make you feel like you are living in a different world starting tomorrow. We have this concept in human psychology called the gaze. It's that feeling that you are being watched. Most of the time, when you feel a gaze, it's a human. You turn around, and someone is looking at you. But what if I told you that the gaze is a primal instinct that birds have learned to exploit? Think about the last time you were staring out the window, lost in your own thoughts, feeling a little sad, a little lonely, a little stressed. And a bird landed on the sill. It looked at you. And for a second, you felt seen. That isn't random. That is a pivot point. We mentioned earlier that birds can see the magnetic fields. They can see the ultraviolet. But here is the newest, cutting-edge research coming out of Germany. There is a hypothesis that birds can actually perceive the bioelectrical field of the human heart. Your heart produces the strongest electromagnetic field in your body. When you are stressed, that field is chaotic. When you are calm, that field is smooth and rhythmic. These birds, with their incredible eyes and their specialized neurons, we think they can see that field. When you are crying alone in your room, that bird on the windowsill doesn't just see a human. It sees a glowing, flickering light that is in distress. And it comes closer. Not for food. Not for shelter. But to investigate the disturbance in the energy field. They are sensitive to frequency. That bird is staring at you because your energetic output has triggered an alert. It is trying to figure out why you are radiating such intense energy. We think we are the only conscious observers on this planet. But in that moment, the bird is observing you with a clarity that is beyond human understanding. It is a moment of pure connection. A connection across species, across the void of evolution. The bird is saying, I see you. I see the storm inside you, and I am watching to see if you survive it. This is the hidden meaning. This is what most people miss. When a bird stares, it is a mirror. It is reflecting your own state of being back at you. If you are aggressive and angry, they fly away. They are scared of the chaotic energy. But if you are peaceful, if you are calm, they linger. They stay. They want to be near that peace. They are drawn to peace like moths to a flame. So that bird at your window, it's a spiritual barometer. It is measuring the health of your soul. You've been watching the birds your entire life. You've pointed them out on walks. You've looked at them in zoos. You've listened to them sing in the morning. But you never realized that all this time, they were watching you back. They have been watching you since you were a child, playing in the yard. They have been watching you through your successes, your failures, your heartbreaks. They are the witnesses to the human condition. And now that you know, now that you understand what that gaze actually means, are you going to look at them differently? The next time a bird lands near your window, or on a branch in front of you, and it just sits there, staring, don't wave it away. Don't ignore it. Don't call it boring. Because it isn't random at all. It is a conversation waiting to happen. A message waiting to be received. It is a reminder that you are not alone, that you are seen, and that your energy matters. So the question is, when that bird looks at you tomorrow, what are you going to tell it?